Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the internet. It is, as always, my greatest pleasure and most unholy of duties to update you to any post made by the Unfrozen team about Iratus, Lord of the Dead, the Wrath of the Necromancer. And they have just posted, well, yesterday at this time, the overview of the upcoming new content, Wrath of the Necromancer. So, let's jump right in, shall we? Hello, Necromancers! Hello. Only a few weeks left until the release of the DLC Wrath of the Necromancer. Let us take another look at what will be included. Now, a few weeks caught me off guard. Typically when I hear a few, I kind of think of 3, but to be fair, in the English language, it literally means more than 1, but not many. So, question mark? There is something later on in this update that makes me think it's going to be in November, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, the 2 new minions of which I have made videos for, the Reaper and the Abomination. There's not much to go over because we've already sunk much time into them, but there is something I'd like to point out. This GIF, however brief it may be, does show abilities that have not been shown for these characters before. Remember, each of the previews showed 4 skills, and characters in Iratus have 6. So, or is it 5? It's been a while. So, let's take a look. The Reaper, which is the Death Knight on a horse, has his horse breathing. This immediately reminds me of the Executioner Chariot boss fight from Dark Souls 2. In that boss fight, the undead horse's breath causes toxin. It does not appear to do so here. It does appear to just be a physical damage attack. Or it could be magical, but I mean, it's attacking the health pool and not the sanity. So, you know, it does seem to do quite a bit of damage to the Doomsayer with, well, 18, okay. It could, it looks like, it's hard to tell, but it looks like it's just these 2 characters left. The character up front is one of the new 2 position enemies, so he's big and burly. Maximum thickness engaged. That's all I can really see about the Reaper one. I can't tell if they're on fire because the Reaper breath put them on fire, and like another turn because they're on fire when the turn begins. It's hard to tell. But we'll see what the Undead Horse breath has in store for us. Now with the Abomination, this is using almost the exact same skill set animation as his ultimate ability is, which we discussed last time. It was the Devour. It instantly kills someone that's at low sanity. I can confirm that this is a Wrath ability, and I believe untalented, it costs 65 Wrath, which is quite a bit, but it is an insta-kill, so, you know, balance has to be maintained. This is dealing a sizable amount of stress damage to the thick lad, wielding a very heavy club, and causing him to go insane. Now, I don't know if he's going insane just because it was a lot of stress damage, if he's reached a certain threshold, or if this ability forces an insanity check. I don't think it would force a sanity check. Maybe it has a higher chance of causing insanity, or maybe it does nothing and it's just hitting him for a sizable amount of stress damage. That's entirely possible. I don't know, but it's fun to theorize, isn't it? We have new skins for the minions: the Banshee, Wraith, Mummy, Lich, Headhunter, Shade, Vampire, Blood Phantasm, Lost Soul, Bone Golem, Fallen Dhampir, Ghoul, Unfrozen, Black Widow, and Infested, which I'm pretty sure this list is all of them, except for the new ones. And they're showing off a few of them here. We have a Nun for the Banshee. Probably not going to use that, but it does look good. We have the Viking Unfrozen. Yes, please. We have this is a Shade. He's missing his head. Have you lost your head, my dear Shade? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be offensive, headless headhunter. He has most certainly lost his head, and now he's lost his corporeal form. You're just losing everything, aren't you? Yes, he's ethereal now. That's pretty neat. We have a very, very holy looking, what do you call it again? Lost Soul. It actually kind of reminds me of Gwendolyn's hat from Dark Souls. Obviously his hat isn't quite as glowy as this, but it kind of reminds me of that, the spikes and everything. And the gold. He did love his gold. We also have the Ghoul. She has no hair, or is that long hair? I think it's no hair. and much, much blood. She looks good with blood. Blood can make everything look better. The new alchemy mechanic potions. They can be made from parts and used in battles affecting minions and enemies. I think that's... Do we know that it could affect enemies? Huh. I actually don't know if we did know that. Anyway, we had a whole thing about potions, so there's no need to really go into it. I don't see any particularly new potions here. To be fair, we don't know what too many of them do. I think they only show off 6 out of the, what did I say, 28 or something that are here. So, we're going to have a lot to learn, my friends. A lot to learn. We can write this down, though. Potion, blood, rags, and flesh creates whatever the heck this is. I don't know. New enemies, including ones that take up 2 positions. We saw one of them, the thick lad with the stick. This is with the Doomsayers. This is on the 1st floor. Ah, they have a cave troll. This is what appears to be a war machine, and it is on the 2nd floor located with the Daoi. I hope it's not too challenging, because that floor already has quite a few obstacles. It's gotten in my way many, many times. New bosses. Now, last time, they did mention new bosses, and I was questioning bosses or just boss. It appears to be bosses, and what this is telling me, take this with a grain of salt, is that each of the floors is going to get a new boss. Because this is the very 1st floor. The Executioner, the Miner, and the Convict. And she appears to be buffing the Executioner, which is not very nice, lady with a whip. Now, ladies with a whip are almost more terrifying than men with whips. So, nah. We'll see. She could just be another slaver. She could be like a mistress or something. Or who knows? I have no idea. Hopefully she doesn't do too much healing. Does she have... Okay, she does have a feature. I was like, does she have a feature? But there it is. You can kind of see it once she phases out of the thing. I imagine she might be more of a support character than the first boss, the Slave Master, who is about summoning ads and then using the keys to buff them all and then shooting people or stunning them. He doesn't do much shooting in my playthroughs. But we'll see. Now, if I am right, and that means each floor gets a new boss, that obviously adds quite a bit of replayability to the game, because you never know which one you're going to get. Well, I imagine it'll show you when you go into the floor, just like Knock on the Coffin Lid does. You can check ahead and you can see the image of one of the 3 bosses that you're going to fight, depending on where you go. So that would be good. Replayability is always a nice touch, especially when you make videos about them. The new 6th floor and continuation of the game plot with an additional story video. I can't wait. I love Iratus' voice. Now, a few things to note about this. The 6th floor is probably, based off of the background here, the crypt. Or, not the crypt. The crypt is your domain. The graveyard upon which we escape from. Because once we escape, we kill the final boss. We walk out into the graveyard. Iratus has a great monologue, and then his power fails. He doesn't resurrect the heroes that he was trying to resurrect to abuse. Someone stops him. You have done well. I imagine he's going to be the last boss. I'm very excited to see this come to its conclusion, because I was intrigued by the teaser. So we have the Reaper, the Abomination, the Vampire, and the Shade. What an interesting group. The A-Bomb does have, it is worth noting, 4 wards and 4 blocks. That is an insane amount of defense on a frontline character. Holy crap. Usually you only see this amount of block and ward on like a Shade or something. Or excuse me, not a Shade, you're back there. The Wraith. And Banshee maybe, if you're feeling frisky. Now what they're fighting, it appears to be like a Viking-like character. We got some great axes here. Some great axe action going on. He's going to try and axe us a question. As if my minions would dare betray me. And he has a little dagger going. Okay. Some... What would you call this? Plated leather? I don't know. That does seem kind of Viking-ish. Got some braids. Good. We do have 2... There's nothing much to say about him. He does have a little feature which we can't scroll over, unfortunately. But I guess we'll find out. We do have 2... Actually, I would think of him as like a berserker, right? Berserker Viking type character. After that, we have 2 what appeared to be Roman Centurions. Your feathers are backwards, boys. And they have 2 block, a feature, and a protected status, which means they redirect attacks from somewhere. It could be from someone sitting in front of them. It could be from someone sitting behind them. Maybe it could even be from both in front and behind. It could also be the entire group, although that would probably have some weird logic happening with 2 of them. But it's a possibility. Who knows? So my guess is that these guys are like the 6th floor wardens, or the wardens of the 6th floor. The wardens are on the 4th floor, right? I hate them so much. Hopefully these guys aren't immune to debuffs just like they are. Otherwise, we're going to murder some fools. The last character appears to be a support character sitting at 3 blocks, 3 wards, a feature, and it looks to be a druid. A wild man with a green stick. That's a dead giveaway for being a druid, isn't it? I can't wait to kill me some druids. Hopefully we can resurrect some of them. That would be nice. I love druids. They're kind of antithetical to Iratus' point, but that's fine, you know? Sometimes the world exists in a duality of itself. Death and life are simply different sides of the same coin. I wonder if the main last boss, the new one, the one that goes, "You have done well," I wonder if he's like the Archdruid. Yo, that would be awesome to have the Arch Necromancer and the Archdruid face off in a battle of death and life. Am I getting myself too excited here? Can you tell I'm excited yet? The last little thing they've noted is new items and artifacts. Now, the blue items with the golden backgrounds are the artifacts for Iratus. Iratus himself equips them. And I was looking through the list of artifacts on the Lord of the Dead wiki. Good job to the people that maintain that and contribute to it. I appreciate you. And it's really hard to tell what a lot of these are based on just their image. I was doing the same thing for the items, and I will repeat it then. But I have a few guesses for some of these. Now, the first one is a necklace of a vial of something. Poison, I don't know. It could somehow, this appears to be an amulet. So we're going to the amulet slot. My guess is it could improve potions in some capacity. My run-of-the-mill guess is to maybe improve the efficacy of offensive potions, you know, to be all about poison and stuff. Don't know. The next thing, I have no idea what this is. It appears to be one of those horns that the Vikings drank out of, filled with blood. So, you know, that could be cool. I love some Berserker Rage. Why not? This next one is intriguing because I was looking through the list of artifacts, and the only other thing I could think of, this mist and like light blue ethereal thing, I thought maybe this was a spirit item. Remember, we have the Spirit Chainmail and the Spirit Javelin. The Spirit Chainmail, whenever a minion kills something, it gains some health, some vigor. And when the Javelin, whenever a minion kills something, it gains some attack, up to stacks of 10. If we got like an amulet or accessory that was a spirit, that would give us 3 spirit pieces. I have no idea what it would do, but, you know, I'll take more spirit items. I love the spirit set. Spirit set is so good. This next piece appears to be runic armor of some kind. I have no guesses on this whatsoever. The only other thing with runes on it was the Misty Robe. No, that's not it. It's the thing that I'm always looking for. The thing that gives like evasion and accuracy and stuff. I imagine this is going to be more defense-based. Most of the plate is. So we'll see. This next bit appears to be like an apothecary gown, and I actually have a guess for this. This improves the efficacy of potions. How could I tell? There's potions on it. Like I said, just a guess. But it would be nice. I mentioned in the potions video, I want potions to be like a fully integrated mechanic, not just something that's slapped on, you know, as an accessory. I want it to be integrated into everything. Items, artifacts, mechanics, you know. The next one appears to be a stone ring. No idea what this is, but if we are going off of my druid theme idea, this could just be like a flat stat booster. Could be. I'd take it. You know, like the stone swords, Durandil, and whatnot. Something like that. This next ring appears to be alchemy related. It's potion related. It has a potion on it. Maybe it improves the efficacy of potions. Who knows? Who knows? This next one is an amulet of sorts. It has a red stone in the center. I'm not sure on this one, honestly. I have no idea. We do have an item called the Golden Rose, which is an accessory that increases damage by a substantial amount. 25%? Something like that. For the first turn of combat. Maybe this is something similar, like increases vigor for the first turn of combat. I have no idea why that would be relevant, but, that was what I was thinking about. This next one reminds me of like an Astrolarium orb thing. Very Warhammer all of a sudden. I'm not sure what an Astrolarium would do in Iratus, but hey, if they can find a way to fit one in, I'll take it. Going back to the Druid theme again, they were kind of the scientific authority back in the olden days. So maybe, I don't know, could be something. Maybe I'm just pulling something out of my ass. I probably am. Now we have been chosen. We have been chosen. These 5 items have been chosen as the tease for all of us. One of them appears to be a potion of some kind. I have no idea what a singular entity would do with this, but maybe if a creation is wearing this, potions are more effective on them. That's all I got, really. Next, we have feathers. There is an item called the Vulture's Feather, and I think that's literally this model, colored black, replicated twice, which is fine. Shortcuts usually make things easier. I do them all the time. The Vulture's Feather makes it so that whenever an ally dies, you gain a bunch of stats. I hope that's not what this does, because I don't like those items. I'm just, I'm not the person they appeal to. But who knows? Could be anything. Raven's feathers, crow feathers. We have the crow paw, which is freaking awesome. So maybe we have crow feathers now. Next is a brain. It kind of looks like it has a green tint, doesn't it? But brains are gray. You can see where I got that mixed up in my brain. Speaking of brains. So maybe it's just gray. I have no idea. Makes the character smarter. How would that help my creations? I don't know. Next is the hand. We do have one severed hand, I think, for something. But maybe this improves... I was going to say improves magic, but this is an item, not an artifact. It looks cool. And last but not least, we have yet another eye. Now, there are 2 items that are eyes right now in the game. The Madman's Eyes, which gives an additional turn if they are like the only one or something. And the Mechanical Eye, which makes it so a character cannot miss. When I first saw this, I thought the Eye of Sauron popped into my head. Literally, it's an eyeball with the Sauron colors. I have no idea what this is going to do. It looks awesome. But, yeah, there it is. Maybe improves drop rate, maybe improves... I have no idea what it would do, actually. Not a clue. Maybe it helps provide clarity for people like me who can't see anything. The last thing they have said... We are also preparing a small surprise for Halloween. The one and only Halloween. But for the time being, you must not breathe a word of this to anyone. Oops. Stay tuned for more news. Things will get very exciting very soon. Now, it is worth noting that Iratus, for the first Halloween that it was in early access, they did have special skins that they released. I think they released 4 or something like that. So I'm expecting something very similar. Or maybe, just maybe, it'll be the release date and some skins. Who knows? But that was it for this update. I am very excited. Let me know if you have any thoughts about these items, or any thoughts about these enemies, or any thoughts about this boss in particular that is totally not a dominatrix. More evil Dowie things, potions, these skins. Aren't they beautiful? I can see myself using basically all these except the nun. No offense, Banshee. Or our thickening boy, the Abomination, and our new Death Knight. Sorry, Death Knight. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you're looking forward to Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer, because I know I am. I am literally going insane in anticipation. And hopefully, by the time it gets here, I'm just that right amount of insane where I make big brain plays and decisions, because we're going to go straight in to the eternal harvest when it arrives. Because why not, really? And I hope to see you there. Bye-bye for now.